Going on, guys? Seth here. One more time, right? Just kind of a weird video, I guess. I wanted to say thanks again, and it's been a long day so I can't remember the guy's name that donated this first ever donation to me that I've ever gotten that I can remember. Yeah. He watched one of my videos from last year, and when I was going through all that bullshit, and he was talking about donating me a sword, and of course I jumped on it. I'm not stupid. Somebody wants to give me something cool, more power to you. You know, by all means, send it to me. No charity. I'll never ask for that, but hey. You know, I appreciate the gesture. So, anywho, I didn't really touch much on this sword. And this is also probably my recommendation for a beginner katana. I used to see it all the time when I was first starting out. And they would always ask, what is the best sword to start out with? And back then, I didn't really have an answer. I mean, I would always say, well, it's whatever you can afford. But I have no problem saying now that a Musashi/Musha 1060 differently hardened katana is probably your best bet for starting out. I mean, just in every aspect of, a beginner katana. Because if you're just learning to cut, it's a cheap sword. As far as the money you put into it, it's around $100. You start getting the higher end shit, $300, $400, $500, and it just goes up from there, and it just keeps going up and up and up and up. I mean, some of my favorite blades, a lot of them weren't that expensive. Shit. And, anywho, I was talking about returning to cutting, and this has been months ago. And, I'm going to go back to that video and find the guy's name, post it in the description, and thank him once again, because this is a really good sword. Some of my first swords were Musashis or Mushas, and for the money, they are fun as hell. They are dependable. Now, you wouldn't want to go to battle with this thing. I don't know, maybe you would, I don't know. I've seen videos of them failing on bamboo. I don't know if I gotta stop saying I've gotta get back in my YouTube shit. Stop saying and oh, whatever. So, I've seen them in videos with certain other sword groups like Sword Buyer's Guide, which sucks. I mean, seriously, avoid SBG. Those guys are fucking idiots. They're all fucking Ronin dick riders. Anyway, that's beside the point. But, there I go again. But Musashi makes a great product for a good price, and it's a good entry-level katana to get into it. Like, I remember one of the first guys I saw cutting, and I cannot remember the guy's name, but I want to say his channel, and I'm not cracking on the guy. I know I need to lose some weight, but the guy's channel name, the last time I checked, was Fat Guy with a Katana, or Fat Guy with Katana, whatever. It wasn't Will Keith, before anyone says that. It's not Will Keith, it's some other guy that I saw. But I saw the guy, he had ordered a sword on True Swords, and back then, you could get a freaking Musashi like this for like $80, and just to go in the backyard and have a great time with it. And it was a good product. It still is a good product. They're a little more pricey than they used to be, but you know, with inflation and whatever and so forth, so on and so forth, you got to kind of expect that. But most of the Musashis, and you got some 1045s in there, and I will say this till the day I die. 1045s are good on soft targets, a pool noodle every now and then, a bottle. But anything above that, you're asking for it to fail. It's not a strong enough steel to keep up with what you're doing with the sword at that point. But this katana really impressed the hell out of me. And my favorite geometry on a katana is Unokubi Zakuri. All three katanas I have right now, I don't know how I worked this out, have Unokubi Zakuri geometry. The Black Wasp, of course, everyone knows the story of that, is the one I wouldn't sell. It's an Unokubi. Cuts like a fucking demon. The Tsunami I got from Eric Hussein back there in the summer is an Unokubi. This one that was donated to me is an Unokubi. And it's got a beautiful hamon. Like, my camera, even in the dark, and it's the iPhone 12, it's not showing all the patterns and swirlies and, you know, things that make this thing unique, you know, even among production katana. And I will say this also to the day I die. I wish Musashi, would stop using seppas that say Musashi in China on them. We get that it's a Chinese sword. Just, you're wasting money and etching this with the logo and the country of origin. We know it comes from China. We know it's a Musashi. Just for God's sake, stop doing that. You're wasting money, and honestly, it ruins the appeal of the sword. I think I do have some seppa in there that I can replace this with. I've just been too lazy. But this sword is very good. I mean, even if I didn't have this given to me for free, I'd probably buy one just to have it on the rack. Now, one thing I will say about Musashi / Musha, the swords come pretty fucking sharp. I've ordered swords from Hanwei and Mutoshi and other companies that when you get them, you could saw on your arm all day long and they wouldn't cut you. They would just look at paper and be like, yeah, right, buddy, you ain't cutting through that with this. But a Musashi is kind of like an Oerla knife. They come with a little bit of a rough edge, but if you just take 5 minutes out of your day to go get your sander, or go get your leather strap, whatever, put it in there, turn it on, do a couple passes on each side with leather, and the thing is like a razor. I have not used low grit belt on this. I have not really messed with it that much. I got it, and I honestly feel bad because I haven't really cut with it. I know I did a thank you video, but I haven't really covered the sword. No, there goes stop doing stop it. Bad stuff. And I'm kind of doing this on purpose, so people that are new to doing videos, stop saying it. I had a bad habit when I first started doing videos, and you just got to catch yourself before you say it. You ain't got to have a script necessarily, but the uhs and the ums and the ohs and the and the it gets annoying. Like, I was watching a video of a very awesome knife that I plan to get this week sometime. It is the K-Bar Modified Tanto. It's 1095 steel, and it comes apparently blazing sharp. Check out We All Juggle Blades review of it, and he does a great job of reviewing the knife. He's there we go again. But someone else did a video of it, and they just kept going and people complained about it, because when you watch a video and you're spending probably 30 seconds of the entire 8-9 minute video saying it takes away from it. So there you go. I'm gonna shut up about the uhs and ums and try to keep myself from doing it, because it's natural. Unless you have a script in front of you, you're gonna be saying But anyway, back to the sword. Unokubi Zakuri 1060 differentially hardened steel. It has cotton ito, which on a sword this low price, you can't really gripe too much. Now, what I did do was lacquer it, so it's like rock hard. It is double pinned, and honestly, the Skamaki work for let's say $150 sword, it's pretty impressive. I've gotten Hanways that cost 10 times as much, and it's all over the place. You know, like the bamboo mat I had, it was just and right here. I don't know what the hell they were thinking right there with that Nanuki right there, but I guess they had a problem tying it. But I want to rethank the man, and I swear to God, I wish I could remember his name. I will put that in the description below and thank him again. But let's just see here the kind of edge I got. This is just from stropping the blade. This isn't me going crazy, spending all day long on the blade. This is just from a leather strop, a few passes on either side, and 1060 carbon steel on basically a budget blade. My elbow's hitting the back of the couch, so I'm having to stop. There we go. I kind of freed myself up a little bit. Not even in frame, you retard. How do you miss the paper, Seth? It's right there in front of you. Anyway, but that's pretty much the gist of that. So probably when I go out cutting, I don't know if I will go tomorrow. It really depends on how I feel. I've had a rough, long week at work. But this will be the first sword I take out to cut. It's only fair. This sword was given to me when I only had one. And that sword is like a safe queen as far as blades and weapons go. I use it every now and then, very sparingly, just to keep a feel for it. And to, use it. But would I want to use it in a water bottle session in the backyard? No. I'm sorry. That sword costs way too much money and is too important to me. I will always practice with it and use it, but just everyday sessions, no, I can't. That sword cannot be replaced. And it's a black wasp, you guys, if I didn't say which one it was. But to answer the age-old question, what katana should you start with? I can't tell you the model you should get. I can't tell you what style or whatever, but I can tell you for the best bang for your buck. And I've owned several Musashi katanas in the past. But the 1060 line, differentially hardened by Musashi, is probably your best bet. And even now, I find myself going on there, and I've owned swords that cost almost $3,000. Even now, I find myself going on there and like, what is a cool new sword from Musashi? I might not be able to grab it right then, but I think it's cool. And when you get one, you get the box and everything. I still have the box this thing came in. The dude sent me the actual retail box that came in. It's out there in my closet on the balcony. And it's cool. I mean, they used to send you posters. They used to send all kind of cool stuff with it. Coupons, posters. And the only thing I don't like about the katana, and I really don't have the right to bitch about it, but if I was to actually buy this, is the handle is too straight. There is absolutely no curvature in that. But on the other hand, there may be some people in the world that do not like curvature on a handle or a ska or suka, if you want to call it a suka. It's ska, but anyway, it depends on where you're at in Japan, how it's pronounced. It's just like tomato in America. Ska, suka, it's the same damn thing. I say ska. Anywho, but everything is nice and tight. It's locked down. You got your typical, cheap Sageo. We can't complain too much about that because it's the Musashi. I mean, who honestly is going to use this in an OB? Nobody's going to use this in an OB. This is a backyard cutter blade. And I know this will be the one I take out there in the backyard whenever I get a chance to go back out there. My mom had some appointment last week where I couldn't go, come over there until later on. I had to be work early in the morning. But excuses aside, even the Suba's done very well. Let's look right here. I don't know if that's going to show up. I'm trying to see. Look at all the detail on that. I mean, this is $100 and some change sword. $100 and some change sword. So, there you go. If you guys want to know what beginner or starter katana you should get, check out Musha/Musashi. They're great. They're fun. Even now, I want to collect these. I missed the white falcon I had. It was a beautiful sword. It still had the China and Musha on the side of the seppa, but they're just fun to collect. So with that being said, guys, you guys have a great night. And I will see you in the next video. Maybe I will actually get to go cut tomorrow. Peace in the same name.